So, Medicare for all and just economically, the Republicans and the corporate Dems should really be shaking in their boots, right? Because in a couple of weeks, I was incorrect yesterday when I said 18 million Americans are about to lose their health care. It's going to be 25 million Americans that are going to lose their health insurance in a couple weeks. So, here's the thing. When that happens, a lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to go bankrupt. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. It's going to be a madhouse. You see, yes, by the basis of population, technically, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Australia, Canada, they do have indeed lower populations than we do. But yet they're able to guarantee healthcare to all of their people as a human right. And they save much more money per capita than we do. And we have a system where not everybody's guaranteed health care. 55,000 Americans die every year because they don't have access to health care. And 800,000 Americans every year go bankrupt because they have to, I don't know, get like a surgery done or something. Cancer treatment. They don't have insurance. So they go bankrupt because of that. If you go to the UK, there's been interviews done where you hear like a reporter ask, "Hey, how much was your child's birth?" They're like, "Oh, like $100." They'll say, "Well, how much do you think it was for, an American woman?" They'll say $100. They'll be like, four to $5,000. An appendectomy in Canada is free. Mine was 14,000. And for someone who already has college debt, it's been very hard to pay that off. But I already believed in Medicare for all before. However, now I genuinely believe that it's the only feasible way to take care of everyone because it's the only correct way. Every other developed country has some form of a universal health care or a Medicare for all system. Every single one, except for us, the greatest country on earth. And I do mean that when I say the greatest country on earth. We are the greatest country on earth. But yet we do not have the fortitude or the innovation to create a single payer healthcare system. The ACA was a joke. It was a Republican handout. That was what that was. All right. So I'm just gonna read you some stuff that I'm seeing, and the top stuff from Twitter the last few days. So this is from Gallup. Take this with a grain of salt, right? Americans' approval of the Affordable Care Act has risen to a new high, 57%, fueled by increased support among political independents. The question was, do you generally approve or disapprove of the 2010 Affordable Care Act signed into law by President Obama that restructured the U.S. healthcare system? Okay, first of all, the ACA was not good enough, but for the people that are on it, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose everything. They're gonna, for the people that it helps. Look at this disparage, or look at this difference. 22 points. 22 points. 75% of Americans want the ACA extended. Americans are standing in food lines. The Republican Party has no power. You allow this to happen, Tuberville. Yes. Senator Tuberville, exactly. Americans are struggling to afford groceries 50%. Utility bills, 47%. Healthcare, 47%. Housing, 48%. In a time where Billionaires are already taking whatever little scraps we have left at a time where income and wealth inequality is at an all-time high, when the transfer of wealth from the bottom 99% to the top 0.1% is already astronomically going up. And now, on top of that, the prices of everything are going up. Wages are going up a little bit, but it won't matter because of how the price of everything is going up. There's no point anymore. There's no point. 74 to 78% of Americans want the ACA extended. We, the taxpayers, pay for your free healthcare. It doesn't matter what you think. Do your fucking job. Exactly. Exactly that. Amen. 78% of Americans want the ACA extended. The time for talk is over. Die alone, afraid, and broke, the Republican healthcare plan. NBC News poll by SurveyMonkey. President Trump's approval. Approve, 42%. Disapprove, 58%. Damn. That's a damn near from January when he was at like 49%. That's like a 7-point drop. Which party do you trust more to handle healthcare? Democrats, 57% to 43%. Rising prices. For the first time in my lifetime, the Democrats lead on the economy. Rising prices. Dems, 53% to 47%. The biggest economic problem facing your family. 1. Cost of housing, 22%. 2. Cost of food, 18%. 3. Cost of healthcare insurance, 17%. Thinking of the ACA, would you rather keep it, 46%. Repeal it, 24%. Not sure, 38%. I'm going to say it would probably be like 50 to like 30% if you take the not sures. It'd probably be like 50 to... Yep. The approval, 42% to 58%. Jimmy Dore, well, we have Medicare for every citizen 65 years for the last 60 years, and it's the most popular health insurance program in the country by far. Of course, it's not perfect, but it's 1,000 times better than for profit system we currently have run by the parasites at the health insurance companies. What is your solution? Well, Jimmy, I mean, you supported Tulsi Gabbard, who did not support Medicare for all. So you can go and rot in hell, you motherfucker. You sellout. All right, this is the reason that this inspired me was this. Okay. 65% of Americans supported 78% of Democrats and 49% of Republicans. Not to mention, healthcare is front and center issue right now. Democrats haven't won this seat in nearly 40 years, so they should try it. Voters support a Medicare for All system. Would you support or oppose creating a national health insurance program, sometimes called Medicare for All, that will cover all Americans and replace most private health insurance plans? So you can see here, strongly support is in dark blue. The less darker blue is somewhat. Don't know is in gray. The light red is somewhat opposed. The dark red is strongly opposed. All likely voters overall support 65%, opposed 26%. That's a net 39% swing in favor of Medicare for all. Data for progress. Did this poll. Democrat, 49%. 64%. Independents, 50 plus 52. Republicans plus 6. Republicans plus 6 support Medicare for all. Republicans plus 6. This is a winning issue, and the Democrats are retards for not running on it. A majority of Trump supporters back extending Obamacare subsidies. Polls find. Without the tax credits, people will lose coverage, putting their health and finances at risk, experts say. Americans support Medicare for all by a strong majority. It's time to fight for health care that makes sense. Yeah, like, it's time. It's time. We already looked at the SurveyMonkey poll. We already saw this. All right, so JV says this. Y'all want Medicare for all, but no tariffs, no billionaires, no capitalism. Where would the funding magically come from to fund Medicare for all? Do people live in reality or some fantasy land? Retard. We want markets, not capitalism. We don't mind tariffs, just the idiot in the White House who unilaterally abuses them with no understanding how they work. As for Medicare for All, 22 studies show it's better and cheaper. Yale, Harvard, the University of Phoenix, Duke, a lot of prestigious colleges have proven that if we transition to a Medicare for All single payer system, that we would save over $200 billion per year more than we spend now. We spend less money doing Medicare for All than we would on the current system that we have now. I'm screaming it from the rooftops. Call your local congressperson and tell them to advocate for Medicare for All or get the fuck out of the way. Seriously. I mean that genuinely.